Can Stafford and the Lions beat Rodgers and the Packers? Let's talk Lions. Thanks for subscribing for all your Detroit Lions news, updates, and the like. Today we're going to be interviewing longtime friend and fan Christian Thayer with his thoughts regarding can the Lions beat the Packers? Throw your thoughts in the comments. Is it possible? If so, what do you think the score is going to be? So without further ado, let's break it down. With me today, we got a guest. This is a big day. Longtime fan of the Lions and Let's Talk Lions. My man, Christian Thayer. Christian, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, man. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Well, Christian, thank you seriously for coming on, for answering some of these questions that I got for you. Because here we are going into week 2. I would say between the two of us, I'm a half glass full and you're a half glass empty guy.
Oh, yeah, I kind of have to be in order to stay sane.
That's fair. That's fair. After what we saw last week, my question for you, can Stafford and the Lions beat Rodgers and the Packers? Take it away.
No, we cannot.
It's quick. That was a very quick answer.
No, we will not. It has more to do with the fact that it's Aaron Rodgers than it has to do with the fact that we're the Lions.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, there's just a couple rules in sports that you do. Is one, you don't bet against Alabama. 2, you don't bet against Brady when he was on the Patriots. And the third one, which is I think is a bit lesser known, but 3, you don't bet against Aaron Rodgers. Those are just the rules. And unfortunately, we have to see him twice in one season. And I've seen enough of him to know that even if he has wideouts on crutches, he's still going to figure out how to beat us. It's just how it works. I feel like even if Rodgers gets hurt, like for first quarter.
Wow. That is a lack of faith in the boys in Honolulu Blue. So you think, looking at it, you're like, even if Rodgers wasn't in there, you think Green Bay right now is a better team than Detroit?
Yeah. And I don't think it has anything to do with Green Bay. I think it has everything to do with us. We are, I don't even know how to describe it. I wouldn't even necessarily call us the Bad News Bears. I would just call us the opportunists to figure out how to lose.
Okay. Yeah.
And for those of you watching, you're like, oh, wow, this guy really doesn't believe in the Lions. I'm like, yeah, well.
You're the guy who looks and you're like, no, it's not going to happen. I'm like the guy you're like, yeah, it's going to happen. NFC North champions. And because of that, we just ride straight into an 8-8 season. My question for you is this. Minnesota, right? Green Bay played Minnesota last week, and they beat them 43-34, I believe. Now, Minnesota's secondary is worse than our secondary when our secondary is completely healthy. Our secondary last week, Jeff Okudah couldn't start. He couldn't play at all. So that leaves us with Desmond Trufant and Justin Coleman as 1 and 2 cornerback. Both of them get injured, and we see what happens. First 3 quarters against Mitch Trubisky. Now, Mitch is no Aaron Rodgers, right? However, going into those first 3 quarters, we kept Mitch at 0 TDs, 2 field goals. It was 6-23. The moment both those guys get hurt going into the end of the third quarter, we roll into the fourth, and Mitch turns it on. Now, here we find ourselves 1 week later, and we are playing like you said, the Brady of the NFC, right? Jeff Okudah was in full practice Wednesday, so he's good to go. And Desmond Trufant should be, those are the words, should be, good to go on Sunday as well. We know that Justin Coleman is on the IR. You watched that other video of mine. Thank you very much for subscribing. You're a good man. That's a solid secondary. My question for you is, can we keep Rodgers, if that is our secondary, to less than 35 points?
Ooh, 35. Okay, I thought you were going to say 30.
35. Let's be generous for the old man, shall we?
Yeah, yes, I believe we can keep him under 35.
Can we keep him to under 30?
No.
Ooh, okay.
No, because I was thinking about this question earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, no, we held Mitch to basically nothing in the first 3 quarters. But at the same time, Rodgers is not Mitch.
Correct.
So I'm like, all right,
very astute.
A little bit of a leeway in there. So, I mean, let's be real here. 28 points, 4 touchdowns is basically a touchdown a quarter.
Yeah.
Basic math.
Yeah.
And I fully believe that they are good for that.
Yep, and good for some field goals.
Right, exactly. So if they get 4 touchdowns, there'll at least be 1 field goal in there, so that'll put it at 31. So over 30, but under 35.
Okay.
Is where I would put it.
If Galladay is in, how many points are the Detroit Lions scoring this Sunday?
Well, see, I feel like the Packers defense is always, you're always like, I don't know what I'm going to get, because last time I checked, they don't really have any big, well, you would know more than me, but I don't think they have any like absolute ginormous names.
So Packers' interior defense is already bad at stopping the run. They're not good at it. And Kenny Clark, he is also out Sunday. So we should, my assumption would be seeing more running. Seeing more running from our side of the ball. And that could be beneficial for us, especially looking at how AP played last week.
I mean, yes, I would agree, because obviously if you have a solid run game, then that should lead you to a at least hopefully above average passing game if your run game works. So if Galladay is in, if our running game is working and we're keeping them honest, yeah, no, I think we can see easily 2 or 3 balls to Galladay that are over the 30 to 40 yard mark.
Right. Look at our O-line. Last week actually did phenomenal, which was very surprising. I don't know. I was really shocked by our O-line. I think they did a great job. And Vaitai will be back most likely at right tackle. And if that's true, the amount of time that we gave Stafford to dance back there, it will be improved, which will be even better, which hopefully leads us more time to getting downfield with that ball on Kenny Galladay. Will we see Kerryon more this week?
If we don't, I think he's hurt and they're not telling us, or something's going on behind the scenes, because the fact that he wasn't in the last drive of the game, or just even at all, really, first game, was questioning as well as slightly concerning, because, I mean, what if he did? He is Kerryon, so if he did hurt himself,
it's highly probable.
And he's not like 100%. Sure, I can understand them not playing him.
Yeah.
But if he's fine and they're just choosing not to play him and play Swift instead, then I have an issue with the personnel on the field. Yes.
DeAndre Swift. What's going to happen with our man DeAndre this week? Will he see The Rock? Yes or no?
Okay, so here's a bold.
Oh, this sounds good. I like this. Give me that take. Give me that bold take.
Here's a hot take. He's gonna start, and he's gonna get the ball the first play of the game.
Wow. Okay.
It won't be
That's
a
hot take,
passing
baby.
Down, but he will be in the backfield, and it will be a run to the right side, up the middle, because first of all, that's just what we do, and I think the coaching staff is like, okay, we need to get that taste out of his mouth as quickly as possible.
I agree. I think it'd be wise. Try to get him some yards, try to get him feeling good, feeling confident again, because shoot, man, if that's how you go down and out, his name's everywhere. His name is on every podcast, every week one blunders and goats and this and that. And it's sad that like that's your rookie debut. All right, Christian, so I got one more question for you. If you had to throw a final score out there, what would be the score of the Lions-Packers game?
I thought about this a lot this morning.
Okay.
Because I was again trying to figure out how many touchdowns is Rodgers going to score, how many points could we possibly score. I'm confident in saying that the Packers will be around the 34 range, 34, 35 maybe.
Give me that final number. What's that number? Is it 34 or 35?
So we're going to do four touchdowns, two field goals from the Packers to total 34. And then from the Lions, 24. I can see it being like a 34-24.
Okay. All right. I thought about it too quite a bit. And I think if Kenny Galladay is on the field, that's going to be huge for us. So my final score prediction will be Lions at 27. Packers at 31. We're going to make it look good at the end.
Oof.
That's what we do.
Okay.
A lot of times when you look at the score, you're like, oh, the Lions lost, but it was close. It wasn't really close. Who knows? I don't know. Who's to say?
Do you think the Packers are now favored to? I mean, granted, they were probably always favored, but to win the North?
Ooh, okay, that's a good question, dude. So obviously, we look at my bold prediction at the beginning of the year. That prediction was hinging on a Detroit win, number one, first and foremost, against the Bears. And when we decided to soil ourselves on television,
Yes.
I was truthfully thinking we win the first game, lights out, like no problem. They're gonna come here, we're gonna light them up, which we were going into the fourth quarter, and riding off of those fumes, we would go into Lambeau early in the season. Don't have to worry, it's not winter. Go in early, and we're feeling good, and we're like, there's no fans. Let's jack them up. Easy win. Like I thought we were gonna go into Lambeau and destroy because of the way that we would douse Chicago. That did not happen. So we will lose going in here. And now there's a very real possibility we go 0-4. Losing to Chicago, we lose. Obviously, at this point, I'm saying we're going to lose 31-27. And we got to play Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins out in Arizona. Very real possibility we lose there. And then New Orleans.
Okay. I love hypotheticals. What if we win on Sunday?
You're saying if we beat, we're going to go to Arizona and we'll win.
Okay, and then what about the Saints?
And then New Orleans, I believe no matter what, we will still lose to New Orleans.
That's fair. We should.
We
and
should.
I'm totally fine. I'm fine losing to them. They are too good. That's fair. I mean, I do know. I haven't found that stat, but I guarantee that somebody watching will know that stat of like the teams that go 0-2, like have almost like a 0% chance of making the playoffs.
Last year, there was not one team that went 0-2, that started 0-2 and went to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we got to win. We have to win if we even want to try to make the run at this point. We were gifted the first game on a platter, blew it. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. So you're telling me there's no way, there's not one way that the Lions can beat the Packers?
I mean, it would have to be the classic scenario of just the Packers not firing.
Yeah.
On every cylinder and us firing on every cylinder. Like
Yes.
it has to be 100% for us and 0% for them.
Jeff Okudah's got to stay healthy, and Trufant have to stay healthy. They both got to be playing the whole game, and we don't even know what to expect from Okudah. Brand new. It'll be his first debut game. Anything could happen there. And then really, man, we got to hope Galladay's back so we can put points up. That's the only way we're going to beat them is if we can put points on the board.
Well, and we have to play smart. We can't headbutt Cleat. Which also, have you heard? Is that guy like suspended for this game?
No, he's in. He's fine. They ejected him for the first game. Jamie Collins will be playing this week, which is great for us on the defensive side of the ball. Well, thank you, Christian, for joining the show, for being a part of this and seeing what we can do this week on Green Bay. I look forward to watching the game with you this Sunday, my man.
Thanks for having me. This was fun. As you were talking during certain points in time, I was like, wow, this is really cool. I feel like we're on like a radio show.
Yes.
And we should do this more.
Done deal. Done deal, man. We'll hit it up. Maybe a post-game after we beat the Packers. Maybe a little post-game show.
Yeah, like on Sunday. We could just like get that raw.
If we win, it's happening.
Oh, done. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Thanks for subscribing. For all your Detroit Lions